All right, man, back out here with Jason from Boomsticks and Freedom Seeds. Again, we own all these guns. We want to do a comparison between kind of your more budget 2011 double stack 1911 guns, which is everybody's been looking, when you think of budget, everybody thinks of the Springfield Prodigy. So we got a 4 1/4 Springfield Prodigy, and the one that other guys are talking about that's kind of coming up, they just released here recently, is the Tisas double stack 1911. So you have the BR9, which is their entry level, which is about an $800 one, and then it goes straight to the Night Stalker, which is a little bit more tricked out. You got the different Cerakote, you got lightning cuts in the slides, you got threaded barrel, you have improved suppressor height sights, and then these run about $960, and then you go up to their Mac one, which is pretty much the same as the Prodigy with the bull barrel and everything, and those run about $1,100. But based off what we have here, trying to think, you know, that question, because I see it come up on the sites a lot, is if I'm going to go get me, I can't afford a staccato, but I'm going to go get into the 2011 game, do I go ahead and get the Prodigy? You know, it does have some rumors for being unreliable at times. Do I go ahead and drop $1,500 for the Prodigy, or do I save some money and get the Tisas? Is it as good, or is it, you know, too entry level? All right, so we're going to do our same comparison like we usually do. We're going to do them back to back. We're going to shoot one, shoot the other, and then you got to call it from the fist. Which one do you think? If you had to buy one, trying to, you know, put all the things in there like cost, trigger, grip, feel, all that. Which the grip and everything are going to be comparable, because these guns, you know, all pretty much when you're going to the 2011 game, all the grips are pretty much about the same. So texturing on those are about the same. So let's get started. I'm gonna go first, since, you know, these are both my guns. I own both of these, so I'm gonna start with the more expensive one. I'm gonna go with the Prodigy. This is a 4 1/4, and that one is a 5 1/2. Again, bull barrel, bushing barrel. That's about your biggest difference when you're talking these. This is more of a traditional 1911 style with the bushing barrel. These are the newer ones when you're seeing a lot of 2011s got the bull barrel, which is supposed to give you more weight up front, less muzzle flip, a little bit more accuracy. But let's see it. This one's, I think, rated about a 4-pound trigger. This one's rated about 4 3/4. So both of them got dots on them. Here we go. Start with the Prodigy. Eye protection. Oh, 5 shots. Man, I sucked on that one. All right, here we go. Head down. Magazine out. Jump straight over to this one. Here we go. Tisas Night Stalker. Boy, I can't hit nothing. All right, there we go.
So I'm guessing these optics have not been sighted yet.
I think it's operator error, but I think I'm gonna probably call the Tisas. I think it felt, the trigger's probably a little bit heavier, but it felt, as far as the control on it, felt better. The grip on here isn't as aggressive as what's on the Prodigy, but it's still pretty good. I don't know what it is about this. It just feels good in my hand. It just feels good when I'm shooting it. So that's my call. I'm gonna go with the cheaper bang for the buck. I'm going with the Tisas. So we'll let one of these guys go next. Again, we got Chris. He actually shoots competitions and everything, so he's actually a competition shooter. He has a lot of your 2011s, like the Prodigy and the Platypus and all those guns. So, you know, he has a good reference for what's going on. So we'll let him go next. All right, Chris, like I said, Chris is going next. He does shoot competitions. He is a pretty good 2011 guy, so we're gonna let him go ahead, man. Which one you going?
Gonna go with the Tisas.
Tisas first. All right. You're gonna go with the cheaper chicken first.
Cheaper chicken.
All right. Straight to the Prodigy. You run a Prodigy, but you run the 5-inch version, right?
Yes.
Okay. So have you shot the 4 1/4 yet?
No, never shot the 4 1/4.
All right, here we go. All right, straight from the fist, man. Which one you calling? It's kind of tough, ain't it, when you shoot them back to back?
Yeah, it is tough.
When you're thinking, when you're out there looking at it, you're like, the Prodigy's going to be better. But when you actually shoot them back to back, you got that one-to-one reference.
The Prodigy runs smoother.
Okay.
It definitely does do that. The grip texture is a little better on it. Didn't want to roll in my hand, even for the barrel length difference with the weight difference.
Yeah.
The triggers felt about the same. That one was a little rougher. The Prodigy is a little smoother, but I'd have to go with the Prodigy.
Prodigy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not saying that's a bad shooter or anything like that.
Now think about it price-wise. $1,500. You can get those from anywhere from $900 to $969. You're talking about $600 difference there. Is it worth the $600 more for the Prodigy?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
All right. So we got Jason up next. Let's see what he thinks. All right. Yeah. So far it's a 1-to-1. I got the Tisas. Chris got the Springfield by a narrow margin. So Jason's going to be the tiebreaker. Shooting back. Which one you go with first?
I'll go with Prodigy first.
All right. I got to fix what I broke here. What you think of that one?
Not bad.
Not bad. Got away from you. Yeah. All right, straight from the fist, man. What you thinking?
I kind of like this Tisas.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It just feels different, doesn't it?
Yeah. No. Pretty smooth. I like it.
All right, so that's 2 for the Tisas.
I like the price of it too.
Yeah, the price of it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, so now all 3 of us gone. So again, we got 2 for the Tisas, 1 for the Prodigy. Again, I like the Prodigy, but I don't know what it is about the Tisas. Again, I'm always talking bang for the buck. Like if I've only got a certain amount of change, I'm not one of those rich dudes like Chris that can go out there and just buy $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 guns. And but if I've only got one set of budget, and I have to go with one, and I want to feel the best about my purchase with the least amount of buyer remorse. Again, I've never had any issues with my Prodigy. I know a lot of guys. Chris has issues with his Prodigy. He's got a 5-inch. He's still trying to iron that out. I've never had any issues. So reliability wise, I'm going to take that off the table. So if I'm just thinking they're both going to run and I'm dropping $1,500, they're both optic ready. Again, this does use, you can get their whole co-witness, and it uses, you got to buy the plates. The plates for these things run about $130. Again, so they both come optic ready. The Tisas do run the smaller micro size, which is going to be your RMSC type size, which is going to be like your Holliston 407K, 507K, just to put you into reference. So you do got a smaller optic available. I think people are looking at how to try to get that to work with the bigger RMR. But to me, again, I've seen these go as low as $900. I'm going with that. I mean, is y'all thoughts as far as like what kind of swayed your decision on those?
Well, even with the optic cut being a smaller optic for a competition shooter, or even for conceal and carry, for me, I don't want something that small.
Yeah.
I like the 507 comp, the Delta Point Pro, the SRO.
Yeah.
So
that'd be kind of, but if you're looking for, so competition wise, you're throwing it off the table.
Yeah.
If you're looking for like an everyday range, everyday carry type of thing,
still go to the Prodigy.
Still go to the Prodigy?
Just because of unless they make plates that would take that up to an RMR cut.
I got you. So you're just optic on itself. Iron sights though, if you're going iron sights?
Iron sights, I'd pick the Tisas.
Pick the Tisas.
Yeah.
Okay. Jason?
I'm kind of the same way. I like the Tisas, so I think for the price, it's a nice shooting gun.
Yeah. which is kind of like I said before in the video when I did it. They're kind of, to me, they're a Turkish-made gun, similar to the Canik, which is a Turkish-made gun. So I feel that, you know, they're kind of coming up. They're kind of staying in that 1911. Now they're getting into the double stack range. They're kind of becoming like Canik is, where you're getting like a whole lot of gun for not a whole lot of price. So
Turkey builds good guns.
yeah,
They really do.
so again, there, I would say too, if you're looking into there, the tightness on there, the smoothness on it, I think are pretty comparable. It seems like a lot of your tolerances are maybe a little bit tighter when you're coming on or between the two, because you can feel a little bit of rock, a little bit of play there, where that Springfield's pretty snug. But again, you're giving up, you got about $600 difference there. So kind of cut it short, man, but there you go. Like I said, it's if you're going through to try to save the money, I don't think you're going to hurt yourself looking at that Tisas. All right, till next time.